Uh, Good morning, friends. In this video, we're going to discuss about types of windows. So, the type of window used will depend on the nature and flow of task. So, again, it all depends on the application what you are working in. Okay, so uh, some types of application require a lot of menus or a lot of tiled windows or a lot of overlapping windows. So, it all depends on what is the application you are developing. In this textbook, for simplicity, the Microsoft Windows windowing scheme will be described. So these windows can be categorized into primary window, secondary window. So we are going to discuss one by one. First one is primary window. Uh, Primary windows, when to use? What is the usage of primary window? Basically, it should represent an independent function or application. Remember, primary windows always represent an independent function or an independent application. Used to present constantly used window components and controls. So basically, primary windows are used for constant to present the constantly used window components. For example, this why this save icon is presented here, because people whatever changes they do, then they save it. So this is oftenly used functions. So that is why used to. Menu bar items that are used frequently, okay, used by most or all primary or secondary windows. Controls used by the dependent windows, used for presenting information that is continually updated. So if some information is continually being updated, then that should be presented in primary window. For example, date and time. Used for providing context for dependent windows to be created. However, do not divide an independent function into two or more primary. We should not divide an independent function into two or more primary windows. Present unrelated functions in one primary window. So we should not present unrelated functions, independent functions in one primary window. The primary window is the first one that appears on a screen when an activity or action is started. When we start our desktop or laptop, this is basically a primary window for Windows operating system. Okay, so it requires for every function or application possessing a menu bar and some basic control actions. Okay, for example, when you open a new Word document, for example, file, new. So when I open a blank new document, so this is a primary window. I call it as a primary window. Okay. A Microsoft Windows primary window is shown. So this is a primary window. For example, when I click, when I start here, my computer, this PC. So this is a primary window of Windows 10. Okay, so this is a primary window of Windows 10. The primary windows is a main focal point of the user's activities and should represent an independent function. Independent function should always begin in a primary window. Okay. Then what are secondary window? Proper usage is for performing subordinate, supplemental or ancillary actions that are extended or more complex in nature related to objects in the primary window. For example, what is a secondary window in Word? Suppose if I this is the secondary window now. So okay, look here what so we are going to change the paragraph, formatting of paragraph. Then this is basically a secondary window, extended or more complex in nature. Now I extended this primary window, then only I got this secondary window. Related to objects in the primary window, see this paragraph, basically this paragraph is related to the primary window only. Okay, important guy for presenting frequently or occasionally used window components. Important guidelines should typically not appear as an entry on the taskbar. Now you see, we cannot place all these things on the taskbar. Okay, I hope you're understanding. Important guidelines should okay, a secondary window should not be larger than 263 dialog units into 263 dialog units. Okay, we will see what is a dialog unit now after 2 minutes. Secondary windows are supplemental windows. Secondary windows may be dependent upon a primary window or displayed independently of the primary window. A dependent secondary window is one common type. Okay, this is dependent. Okay, so this is dependent on the primary window. It is movable and scrollable. If necessary, it uses a primary window's main. Yeah, it is movable. I hope you can move this. Yeah, you can move this. And it is scrollable. Yeah, no, here there is no, but here, yeah. If the list is bigger, then you can scroll here. Then an independent secondary window can be opened independently of a primary window. For example, property sheet displayed when the user clicks the properties command on the menu of a desktop icon. Okay, for example, you go here, you can click the properties. Yeah, see here. Okay, so this is what is the secondary window. Okay. An independent secondary, okay, this is done. A Microsoft Windows secondary window is illustrated. Yeah, this is what I am showing you, Windows secondary window. Then a Microsoft Windows secondary window proper usage. Although secondary windows share many characteristics with primary windows, they also differ from primary windows in behavior and use. Secondary windows are used to perform supplemental or subordinate tasks. So they basically don't perform primary task. Okay, or they perform the tasks that are extended in nature. For example, there you can find some basic formatting structure here related to paragraph. You can okay, justify it, you can align, right? So these are also part of the paragraph. Why they have placed only these here? Because they are frequently used. Okay, then guidelines. Secondary window should typically not appear as an entry onto the taskbar, so that we should remember. Then I told you we are going to discuss what is a DLU, basically dialog units. So secondary window is typically smaller than its associated primary window and smaller than the minimum display resolution. So we will discuss. Microsoft recommends not displaying any secondary window larger than 263 dialog units into 263 dialog units. So what is a dialog unit? Microsoft defines size and location of user interface elements not in pixels but in dialog units. And what is a pixel? You must be knowing. Pixel is the smallest a basic unit of a screen. Okay, it's a basic unit of a screen. So Microsoft defines size and location of a user interface elements not in pixels, but so basically DLU is a unit of a dialog unit, a device independent unit of measure of what these bullets, numberings, the size of this toolbar, what is the size, okay, all these things, what is the size of this, okay, from here to here, what is either it is how many pixels. No, we are not going to measure how many pixels, or okay, basically we are going to measure using dialog units. So from here to here, how many dialog units? Then what is a dialog unit? Dialog unit is a unit of measuring user interface elements. So what is a DLU? One horizontal DLU is equal to 1/4 of the average character width for the current system font. Okay, so basically you can change the system font. Default system font would be 12. So for example, let us anyhow, so if suppose if this is, so what is from here to here, so this is the width of one character. Okay, this is the width of one character. So you divide this width by 4. So 1/4 of this you can call it as 1 DLU. So what they are saying, Microsoft recommends the size of the secondary window should not be larger than 263 dialog units into 26. So from here to here 263, here to here, that okay, it should not be larger than that. Then one vertical DLU, one horizontal DLU, one vertical DLU is equal to 1/8 of the average character height. So what is the average height? From here to here, you see, from here to here, 1/8 of this height for the current system font. So this is basically about dialog units. Okay, try to hope it is clear. So in the next class we will start with model and model less. Thank you.